Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing out there? Me? I'm doing fine. I can't complain. Yo, I just heard some disturbing news that a former bad boy rapper by the name of Black Rob, his government name is Robert Ross. I just found out he passed away. Whoa, Lord. I mean, before he just died, I found out DMX, aka Earl Simmons, passed away last week, the same day Prince Philip passed away in UK. The man that Queen Elizabeth II is was married to, but now she's a widow. And I found out her 95th birthday is coming up on Wednesday. You know what I mean? So my prayers goes out to Queen Elizabeth II and her family and her husband's side of the family. And also my prayers goes out to the rapper DMX and his family. You know what I mean? Because I understand DMX grew up in Yonkers. And when I first heard about DMX, oh my God, I was feeling very emotional because he's one of my favorite rappers. He's one of my favorite conscious motivational rappers from the late 90s to the early 2000s. But I know he's the first rap artist who made 2 albums in 1 year. You know what I mean? The first 2 albums came out in 1998. One was It's Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. They both came out the same year. And I'm glad he was the first artist that made 2 albums the same year back in 1998. You know what I mean? And then his third album came out called and then There Was X, came out in 1999. So he made 3 albums so far in the late 90s. And then the early 2000s, he made at least 6 more. You know what I mean? So I just found out his latest album he just recorded last year is coming out this summer, or most likely in the fall. I just hope this latest album that is coming out will be on Def Jam, because he did reunite with Def Jam, DMX. I mean, he stepped out of Def Jam for a while because he kept going in and out of jail. I understand he's been in and out of jail after he made his 6th album, was on, because his 6th album was on Sony. You know what I mean? He left Def Jam back in 2000. He left Def Jam back in 2003 to sign with Sony. You know what I mean? So and then after 18, that's when after 17 years, 16 to 17 years, he reunited with, I'm glad he reunited with Def Jam. You know? And not just him. LL Cool J also just reunited with Def Jam about 2 years ago. Even Public Enemy just reunited with Def Jam the same time. So Public Enemy just made their album last year called "When the Grid Goes Down." You know what I mean? So, um, back to Black Rob, the rapper. Black Rob only made like 2 or 3 albums, 2 from Bad Boy and maybe one from another label, and ever since he left Bad Boy, he had became homeless. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to those guys. Prince Philip, DMX, and Black Rob. And also, rest in peace to, I just found out two young people had got killed by the name of Dante Wright. He's 20 years old with a 1 year old child. I can't believe the cops killed him. I can't believe the cops shot him. And after the cops shot him, he drove off. He drove off and got into an accident. And also rest in peace to what I just posted yesterday about Adam Toledo. Rest in peace to him. And that boy is 13. That boy is 13 years old. I mean, how these damn cops gonna kill a 13-year-old boy just because he had a gun? But he threw the gun. He threw the gun over the gate. He threw the gun over the gate. After he threw the gun over the gate, he ran. He re-ran again, and after he re-ran, he had his hand when the cops told him to put his hands up. Adam followed the order, and then after Adam put his hands up, pow, pow, pow. I mean, I'm not saying this to be funny or nothing like that. This is serious, man. I mean, y'all getting. I mean, Jesus Christ. When this ever going? Matter of fact, every time I feel like every time I ask myself when this is going to end, I should not call it. You know what? I should not call it white supremacy. Every time I say white, I should not call this white supremacy. This is white toxicity. White toxicity. Always killing us. Always killing us, people of color, for no doggone reason. And I mean, and oh man. And plus, they not just killing us people of color, they killing us other minority groups. Like, they killing us transgender. They killing us trans people. They killing us disabled people. They killing us indigenous people. I mean, this shit been going on for a long motherfucking time. More than 400 years. You know what I mean? And it never stopped. I really hope it will stop. It will stop, but this white toxicity never listens. They really don't. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry to say this, Trumpers. I hate to say this, but you guys got duped. I'm not saying this to laugh at y'all, but you guys got duped by a former president. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what y'all gonna do. I'm not gonna tell y'all what to do. Y'all are grown ass men and women out there. But I'm gonna say this one thing. Y'all should never support that man in the first place. Thought he was gonna make the world a better place. No. What you guys did is making this world worse. Every time us people of color trying to make this world a better place, you white toxicity people fucking it up. You know what I mean? Y'all always fucking it up. Excuse my language, but it's the truth. It's a fact. If y'all don't like it, screw y'all. I don't care. I'm talking to y'all Trumpers. Because y'all the reason us people of color always getting into this freaking mess and always get into so much stress, so much pain, which y'all motherfuckers don't care about. You know what I mean? And I don't expect y'all to care. Trumpers. I really don't. I really don't fucking expect y'all to care. So, if y'all want to take my advice on this, don't support that. Don't support that orange henchman ever again. You know what I mean? Don't support anybody who is like him. Because if you support somebody who is like him, you a doggone fool. You guys are doggone fools for doing it. You know what I mean? Every time a person, myself, a person like me keep saying enough is enough, you white toxicity don't like to listen. Y'all just don't get it. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is I'm glad some of these corporations are waking up. Not every corporation. I'm glad some of these corporations are waking up. But that doesn't mean I'm down with the corporations. I'm not down with the corporations at all. Because I don't like I don't like this bull crap what they doing. I don't like how they keep sending their money to courts and sending their money to politicians who wants to keep myself and people like me down instead of lifting people like myself, myself and people like me up. Come on now. All the money that you top 1% guys are paying, y'all need to reallocate. Y'all need to reallocate into communities. I want to make sure I'm saying this. I'm saying that word right. Reallocate. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. I mean, like I said, y'all need to put money into. It's better for y'all to keep putting money to communities. Keep putting money into infrastructure. That needs to be done, man. Come on. This is 2021, not 18 or 1721. Come on now. I'm all for the $10 trillion infrastructure, not $2.3 billion infrastructure. That $2.3 trillion infrastructure ain't shit. $10 trillion infrastructure is. $10 trillion infrastructure plan is a lifetime. You know what I mean? To make every station accessible, especially here in the New York State. You know what I mean? It's my way of saying if some of these subway stations can't have elevators, they can build up ramps. You know what I mean? And now I like to see every station here in New York City accessible. I like to see buses. I like to see more digital audio navigational system inside of buses also. Coming from what it is right now, and some of them buses, that's a half-ass job they done. I want to see buses fully operated with those digital audio navigational system for passengers like myself. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's all I have to say. So if I don't hear from y'all have a blessed night. All right. So God bless y'all. And remember, we definitely should not be against one another. We should be against corporations and start putting up public pressure on them to make sure they pay their fair share. You know what I mean? Instead of them CEOs keeping the money to themselves. No, they got to pay their fair share. You know what I mean? So that's all I have to say. Y'all have a good night. Have a blessed night if I don't hear from y'all. All right? Peace. One love.